Hello and welcome. For this practice, you will need several props here just in case. You may not use all of them, you may not use any of them, but just in case, I invite you to grab, if you have them, 2 yoga blocks. If you don't have those, a couple of really thick books will work. And then also a yoga bolster. Again, if you don't have a yoga bolster, no big deal. You can grab a couple of thicker, more supportive pillows, maybe even stack several blankets. Just kind of find whatever is accessible to you and we will get started. So, also, if you want to grab a blanket as well, just kind of as a bonus, you may or may not want it. So just kind of grab all the props that you can here. And we will get started. So for our first shape, since this is a wind down sort of bedtime practice, we're going to be doing 2 shapes and they will both be kind of folding over shapes. So the goal in these folding over shapes is just to kind of help bring your heart rate down, kind of bring everything down. You're letting your body know time to wind down, time to finish out the day, time to relax. So for this first one, it is called dragonfly. So if you are able to, I invite you to bring your legs straight out to the sides here. And you definitely don't have to keep them straight the whole time. You can kind of play with whatever feels best. But to start, go ahead and come to a nice firm seat and straighten your legs out to the sides. I am going to be using my props for this because that feels the most supportive for me. So just kind of play with what feels best here. So go ahead and grab your yoga bolster or a few stacks of pillows. And then I'm also going to be grabbing my yoga blocks here. So I've got my bolster and my blocks. For you, you may have a couple of pillows, a couple of books, whatever feels best. You can even grab a blanket and place it over here if that feels a little bit softer for you. And what you're gonna do here is just start to fold over. So you don't want to force this movement. You just want to let your upper body be really heavy and just let your head go, the back of your neck go here. And for me, I am going to play with my blocks here and just kind of see. I like to have a support on my forehead because it feels a little bit better, a little bit more relaxing. So just kind of notice what feels best for you here. Some people like to bend their knees and bring their feet in towards the bolster or towards the pillows. So again, this is your time to see what feels the most supportive. And you also want to be able to release any tension that's built up during the day. So maybe you just kind of start to notice when you come into this shape. What sort of tension might you feel, if any, physically here? Maybe the back of your neck, maybe your shoulders. And maybe you can start to get even just a little bit more heavy towards your blocks or whatever is underneath you here. Or maybe you find that you don't want any props at all. Maybe you just want to hang out in this forward fold and that feels best, and that's okay. So just kind of notice what you need here. Maybe you can bring awareness to your jaw. Maybe wiggle it around a little bit, release any tension there. And then can you let your forehead and the crown of your head be even just a little bit more heavy here, the back of your neck. And you may find that the more you are here, the further you'll start to fold just kind of naturally. So just kind of notice what happens in your body here as you try to find some stillness. And then maybe you can start to notice your breath here. Maybe you let your exhales sink you a little bit deeper into this shape. And it doesn't mean that you physically have to sink deeper. Maybe it's just mentally. Maybe you picture all of the day's stressors, all of the busyness, whatever you had in your day, even in your week. Maybe this is the end of the week practice for you. Just kind of picture all of that leaving with your exhales. And maybe you let the calm kind of help you get a little bit deeper here. So maybe you inhale some slow, some calm energy. Maybe you exhale the day's stressors. Take about 2 to 3 more rounds of deep breath wherever you are at here. And slowly, when you're ready, you can start to sit all the way up. And maybe you stay there for longer. Maybe you've got more than a few minutes. Maybe you want to stay for longer. Just kind of notice what you need here. For the sake of time, for this practice, I am going to go ahead and move to the last shape. So if you'd like to follow along, feel free. If you need to pause the video, go for it. Just kind of find whatever feels best for you. And you can move all of your props out of the way. You shouldn't need them for this last shape. We're going to take a butterfly. So if you want to slowly start to bring the bottoms of your feet together, you can have your heels as close to you or as far away from you as possible. For me, in a wind down practice like this, I like to bring my heels a little bit further away and give myself lots of space to just start to fold over. So again, you don't have to force this fold. You can just kind of let gravity naturally take you. You can wrap your hands around the outsides of your feet. Or maybe you walk your hands, your arms out in front of you to give yourself a little bit deeper of a stretch. And allow yourself to just be present here. Let the crown of your head be really heavy towards the earth. Release the back of your neck, your jaw. Maybe even your tongue. Can you bring your tongue away from the roof of your mouth here? And last time, to just let it all go. And before I fall asleep here, I'm going to wrap up practice with you. You're welcome to stay here for longer. If you are ready to come out of this, just slowly start to sit all the way back up. Awesome. That is it for this evening wind down practice. Again, stay for longer if you can, need, or want. And I'm going to wrap up here with you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.